My name's Paulette Edwards and I am a local radio presenter, and part of what I do is talk to people who do all sorts of things in our region. And one of the things I do is talk a lot to people who are raising money for charities. You get to talk to charities who are doing special things in our region, South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire. And I came into contact with Roundabout and was particularly interested and enthused by it because it was working with young people who were homeless, and that made me feel quite sad actually when I thought about it. And it made me think I'd like to be connected with this charity because I used to teach in a former life and I did quite a bit of work with young people, and I know how tough they can look, but I know also how vulnerable they can be, and I thought that the work that Roundabout did was great. It's really important to fundraise for Roundabout because it's a local charity and the money's going back into the young people from this area who have got problems. And I always say, as an ex-teacher, that often people look at teenagers and think that they're quite hard or scary, but I think sometimes the more scary they look, the more vulnerable they are. And I think sometimes we need to see beyond that hard exterior and not think they don't deserve it or they shouldn't have this money or whatever. And the fact that it's a local charity makes it all the more important. Homelessness is a big issue anyway in our country, unfortunately, and in our city. But when you kind of couple that with a young person who may be leaving home for the first time, which should be a really exciting point in your life, it should be a big occasion where people are supporting you and offering you bits and pieces, and you know, you're moving out into this brand new world and it's all exciting. The idea of leaving home, not having somewhere to go, or being homeless, it just upsets me to think that there are people, young people in Sheffield or in any part of South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire in that position. I think this charity is hugely important so that the young people can get support that's going to help them in the future as well and help them to start to build a good life, because I can imagine being young, you'd be in a position where you could attract the wrong type of person, and it could take you on a course that could be really detrimental to the rest of your life. And so it's hugely important, I think, that we get this little bit right. And a lot of people say, well, why are young people homeless in the first place? They should stay at home, they should put up with whatever's going on. We don't know the details of what that young person's experiencing. And I think when I was 16, it would have taken a lot for me to leave home. I didn't always get on with my parents, but I never thought of leaving home. So those young people who make that decision must be in dire straits, must be in very serious circumstances. That's why I think the charity should definitely be supported.